Hi guys, it's Sam. Today I wanted to just kind of get ready for the day. I really don't have anything to do, but it's gloomy and gross and I want to feel good about myself. Usually I don't do makeup on a work day, but I need it today. And I figured we would play with the ABH Rose Metals palette, and then also I wanted to play with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette. I have the medium deep one. I actually haven't touched either one of these products, so I figured let's play with it, cheer ourselves up, and tell you guys what we think. So if you are down, continue watching and let's get started. I'm going to start first with my Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid Primer. I do like this. I don't love it. I'm just trying to use the products that I have. I spent a lot of money on it and I wasn't doing that for a while. So, all right. I don't know if you noticed a difference, but I feel like it makes my skin a little bit more blurred. Like I can instantly see that when I use that, which I do like. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it gives me a little bit too much of a matte look with certain foundations. And then I'm gonna dip into this because it's been a century since I last used the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Perfection Foundation. And I just pump it on the back of my hand. Sometimes I use like a little disc that I got on the internet. It's like a plastic disc, but I used that as like a little palette sometimes, but we're using the hand today because I feel like just doing quick. So it is like just a tad light, but I feel like when I blend this out very sheerly, it looks perfect. So that's what I love about this foundation. It has great pigmentation and it's just like so lightweight. All right, so I didn't bring it all the way up to the top of my forehead because I don't want to waste any more product. I'm going to put bronzer there anyway. It's just going to create a cap that I'm then going to have to go back and cover. So don't mind my crazy nail because I plan to do my nails later. I bought this like a year ago on Shein. It's like these little nail stickers. I used another set that I had and they worked really well, but I'm just so lazy that I haven't tried it. And I'm like, you know what? Might as well use it. I have it. I'm going to go into the Pat McGrath concealer now. I'm trying to be kind of quick. I have a meeting in a half an hour. This is like my lunch hour. And I didn't eat the first half, but I'll probably just grab a snack. And we have a meeting like right after. And oh no, it sounded like my boss is very, very nice, but sometimes he like jokes he's going to choose someone out in the meeting. And he's like half joking, but you kind of feel like there's some underlining feelings under it. So he kind of made a comment that made a lot of the girls in the group nervous. And I know that probably indicates that he's playing more than anything. Um, but it causes some anxiety. And obviously I'm not trying to be late for the meeting, so trying to be on point. I will have to say, like, I barely do my makeup for work anymore because even when I have meetings, I know like the etiquette for like a lot of places is to always have your camera on, but my boss does not care and he doesn't really like putting his camera on, so he does not make us. So most days, like when I'm in meetings, I don't have to turn on my camera, which is a good and a bad thing. I mean, I like it because it doesn't force me to have to get ready in the morning, but I don't like it because then I don't get ready for the day. And then it's kind of like I feel bummy all the time. Sometimes like I miss that my old job, I was like live and in person, even through the pandemic, because it made me get up in the morning, it made me get dressed, it made me do a little something on my face, like helped me feel good about my day. I feel everything I'm using is pretty much high end today. I'm just feeling bougie, so just a fair warning. We're gonna use the Jouer Hydrate and Set, and I think this is the tan one. I've been trying to kind of use this because I broke it a while back and repressed that section, but I just feel like I need to use as much as possible just to get through the product because I don't want it to like completely break all over the place. So since my foundation and concealer is a little light, the tan one is fine. I feel like sometimes when I use tan complexion products, it irritates people. uh, I'll get like, I think it was like a bronzer video. Somebody was like, I think that bronzer is too dark on you. I was like, oh, because I bought the tan one and not like the medium one. And obviously, I'm not like deep complexion or whatever, but I'm tan enough. So that's what we got going for the bronzer. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Sunkissed Bronzer in shade Tan, because that's the only one I have in this formula. Love this bronzer. I am going to go lightly because I have kind of lost some of my tan, and so I don't want to go too crazy. But this is like a really great bronzer. Like, you can put it pretty sheerly, as you can tell, like, it doesn't look too crazy. See? It works. I think when I tried this bronzer too, like I put a lot in the video because I'm like trying to make sure it shows up on camera. I'm using lights and everything like that, and it tends to like be washed out. But like in real life, everyday purposes, I'm not using a shit ton of product. And there we go. Let's bronze up the forehead so it doesn't look so crazy. Looks okay. I'm not going anywhere. All right, for the part we're all excited for, we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury palette. I'm really excited about this. So let's use both. I want to use both blushes, honest to God. But you know what? I'm wearing brown. Let's just use like the peachy one. And you know what? To be honest, I want to see how well that will show up anyway on my complexion because it's, it's the lighter shade. We know this is going to show up. So, because I'm wearing brown. Ooh, that's soft and pretty. It's very like, because it's that gelée formula, it's kind of like hard to pick up on the brush. So you can kind of like go crazy in the pan, like when you're like really get in there. But that means it's going to go on more airbrushed. Look at that. That is real, real pretty. Ooh, I'm loving it. All right, let's do the side. Let's try something like the rougher brush where it's natural here and it picks up a little bit better sometimes. Yeah, that's pretty. I still had to kind of like dig in there, but it does pick it up a little bit easier. Wow. All right, I'm gonna try the darker one too, just a little. Let's just put a little bit. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love how lightweight that is. Okay, let's try the highlighter. Okay, I really want to just use this one. That's pretty. Very soft and pretty. All right, let's go ahead and put that all over our face. Really, really love that cheek product. Not gonna lie, my forehead is kind of bothering me, so I'm gonna use this Gucci bronzer to kind of just bronze up the edge of everything. Because the tone of this bronzer is just a little bit warmer. So put a little cream in the hair because the brush was making my little flyaways crazy. So let's get into this eyeshadow palette. I'm actually really excited about this one because I loved the quality of the Nouveau palette. Is that what it's called? Yeah, this is the other one. But I did feel like the colors are a little lighter. This is gonna suit me more in the springtime when I have less of a tan. It's beautiful, but I do feel like the color story in this one caters more to someone of my complexion, deeper, darker complexion. So I'm really excited about this. And I want to play in the rusty fall colors because we're in this turtleneck and it just speaks to me. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is in the shade Aiden. I have the clear one, but this one's just laying on this desk. So I've been using this one. I don't mind it. It, you know, because I do feel like colors look nice on it, but it's not my favorite because I don't like the blending it and like potentially like if the edges are not covered with shadow, you kind of have that cast. But because I like colorful shadows, sometimes it's nice to have a base that's a little bit lighter because it'll show up a little more. But not always does it make a difference, I feel like. So don't feel pressured by anybody to use a color-based eye primer because I think if you just have something sticky, it'll show up. So I know this is like, I think it's like a shimmer or a matte with shimmer. Yeah, it's a matte with shimmer. That is the shade Sunrose. We're going to use that. So I think that's pretty, like pretty much spot on matches my turtleneck. We're going to use that in the crease. We're going to create a very boring look today because I don't know. It's what I'm feeling. I just want to feel pretty and simple. I don't want to like put too much effort in today. I don't feel like I have the most creative juices flowing through me at the moment. Some eyeshadow palettes do that for me. Palettes like this doesn't usually inspire me to do anything super creative. And I did get fallout. Just want to make note before I swipe it away. Um, I like them though because they're easy and if I'm going out the door, I don't have anything to do or I'm having a work meeting and I don't care if people make comments, but like also I want work to be about work. Sometimes um it can be distracting to people. Like they just want to talk about eyeshadow and I do too, but like girl, I'm just trying to get work done. So there's that as well. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush and we're going to go into Dune. It's like a richer, like brick red color. You can see the difference in the shades there. Beautiful. This palette, I feel like, is so much easier to like for like an everyday palette. It's very easy to read. Like you can just put it in front of you and know exactly what you're gonna do. I had a little follow with that too. I'm gonna dust it away in a second. I'm just gonna pat it so I don't um experience too much more of that because I don't want to ruin my concealer and everything. I don't heavily set my face, so I don't, it doesn't, my setting it doesn't really protect it that much because I don't like going crazy. This side, I didn't really get any fallout because you can see, like, I kind of knew to just pat the shadow on as opposed to just swiping right away. And just a little more because I feel like I missed a spot. And I don't know if you can see that, but you do get some kind of kick up in the pan. I'm very gentle with my shadows. I'm not like heavy handed. So just keep that in mind. And then here are the shadows that I'm thinking and I'm not sure. So I just swatched them. It is Rose Fire and Nova. So this one's Nova and this is Rose Fire. But like, I kind of want this one. Let's do them. Watch them on their hand and see. Like, look at this. All right, I'm going to be super boring and go in with Rose Fire. And it does have like a shift. I don't know if you see that. Very pretty. Oh, love that. There's no disappointment about picking this shade, that's for damn sure. And then we're going to go with the obvious choice for the inner corner, which is Heavenly. Very white, like a white gold. Which kind of reminds me of that highlighter that I like from them. But that one like looks white gold in the pan and then it's very gold on the skin. That is the look. I'm going to do my eyebrows really quick and mascara. And we'll come back. Shout out to the ABH Lash Bag Mascara because I just did my Sephora recommendations little shorts video. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out on my channel. But I didn't mention this. I mentioned that it's Cosmetic Superhero Mascara because I do love that one. But I just used this one and I was reminded how much I love this one too. So if you haven't tried this one, I highly recommend it. I know I got a little hate because the design on the package or like the ombre effect gave everybody Fenty vibes and they were all like, you're copying Fenty. We're not gonna use it. Let me tell you, it's a good mascara. All right, I have had this Melt Cosmetics liner in this shade. Which one is this one? Cacao. For months, like 3 or 4 months, and I have not used it. I haven't taken it out of the box or anything, so I have another shade that I have used, and I know that I love this formula, but too lazy to pull it out. So now that I have it and I used it, I like it. Looks pretty. Makes my eyes look very small. That's why I typically don't like to wear eyeliner because I already kind of have small eyes, and this makes them look very small, but I do like it. When I was in high school, I always used to put black eyeliner in my waterline, and I had very tiny, tiny eyes because I was young and youthful, and everybody thought it was like part Asian. They would ask me all the time, and I'd be like, no. So I picked up, when they released them, the Rouge Dior Forever lipsticks, and I picked up 2 shades. I picked up 879 Forever Passionate and 840 Forever Radiant. I think Passionate is the pinker one, and then Radiant was the more red, brown looking one. We're gonna swatch them both and then pick one to wear, but this is what they look like. Really cute matte black packaging, pull off top. So this one's Forever Radiant, which is like Obviously, the more red one, we're just gonna put them here in the palm. That's the one I think I'm gonna wear today. And then the other one was Forever Passionate, which is like more berry. You'll definitely see the difference there. So this one's really beautiful. Like I'm excited about that one for like Christmas. And it turns kind of like this. I don't love this component if I'm being honest. Um and like the case has to go on a very specific side. All four sides are not the same, if that makes any sense. There's that. Let's put on the lips. My lips are always very dry. And I don't exfoliate them often. I do it, but not often. So that's how this looks. Do I have like a piece of hair? What's this? Yeah. All right. So this is the lippy. It's more bright red than on camera than it is in person. It's a little bit more toned down and a little bit more like rustic orange kind of red, but I think it looks really cute. This is the final look, a bunch of products. I really like the eyeshadow palette. I will say has a little bit of kick up. You're going to get a little bit of fallout if you are kind of heavy handed. I would do your eyes first. If you're concerned about getting it all over your face, the face palette, I really love the look of it. You get a very like airbrush, natural, but very glowy vibe. I definitely think like because it's the Gillette formula, you need to make sure that you have a very good brush to like really get at it. If you have any natural hair brushes, that's definitely going to be the best bet. These lipsticks are very comfortable and creamy for a matte formula. Really enjoy it. They're probably not going to be very long lasting because they feel very creamy on the lips, but I don't care much about that. I care more about how it looks. I don't mind reapplying my lipstick as the day goes on. And yeah, I think that was everything that was like new. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And until next time, love you guys. Bye.